Hello, welcome back to Path of Exile 2. This is the Huntress. We've done a little bit of research. I have some ideas that I want to talk about very briefly. There is first thing that I've noticed about looking over the skill gems and stuff for this character is that it wants to get frenzy charges. I have yet to find out where I get these frenzy charges from. The at first set of skills that you get, at least, there is no way to gain frenzy charges. I remember from playing my necromancer that my witch rather, that she has some ways to get frenzy charges, but they don't come early. They come a little bit later. So I'm gonna be on the lookout for those skills, because a lot of the stuff that I have gets really powered up if I have frenzy skill. I also looked at the sentience. I think, even though I hate to say it, I'm probably gonna want to play as the Amazon. The ritual? No. I think I'm gonna play as the dark ritual caster or whatever it's called. And this class might replace my my necro. That's what it is. I was gonna say I wanted to play the Amazon because I like the idea of an actual crit-based build, and a crit-based character. But the problem is I really do not like running with a spear and a buckler. I don't really care for parrying. It doesn't suit my playstyle. I think someone else. Wow, that's really cool. Look at this person's cloak. I think someone that really wants to have that kind of playstyle would stand to benefit from being that class. I'm not going to be playing that way at all. I would much rather do more of a kind of a minion-y, well, basically a ritualist. It just didn't appeal to me initially, like some of the blood magic-y type stuff, but I think that's actually going to be more fun. So we'll see. The other thing I found out, and I had kind of figured this out toward the end of our last video, but we've got this whirling slash, right? It has 3 stages. I'm guessing something will change this, maybe like a support gem or something, but it has 3 stages. So you end up with 3 little whirlwinds around your character. And then when you use the skill Twister actually consumes those whirlwinds and gets bonuses, right? Gets bonus for every whirlwind that it consumes. Plus I've got scatter shot on it. This lowers the damage for each individual twister, but because now we're making 3 per shot, right? 3? Yeah, we're making 3 per shot, and then we're making even more whenever we hit the whirlwind, and also boosting their damage. So even though each one is a little bit less of a smack, there's going to be a ton of them on the screen. So everything's going to get a little bit of a thing from it, and you know, any enemies that are hit by 2 different twisters are going to, you know, take more damage. But then the other thing I saw on this is that elemental twister damage gain. So if your twister itself, if your whirlwind is creating some elemental damage, when it's consumed by the twister, that is going to translate into the twister as well. So what we're going to be on the lookout for is we're going to be on the lookout for support gems that add some elemental damage to Whirling Slash, and then for our twister we might look for some other things, maybe things that slow it down, like slow the speed of the projectiles down, might be a thing. Maybe something that further enhances the elemental damage. I'm not sure. I also found blind by bringing over this tooltip here. Being blinded causes 20% less accuracy and evasion rating. So basically, look at your enemy, and it's going to be less likely to hit you, and it's going to be more likely that it cannot dodge your strikes. So good things. Blinding is great. Whenever possible, we want to blind. And that's really it. That's all I got. We're going to the Growwood. But yeah, so the other reason I like the other Ascension class is because it uses, I think, a dagger or something in the second hand. Also, I think it gets a bonus ring slot for both hands, so that's pretty cool. It means it's going to be somewhat easier to stack our resistances, I think, or to stack our attributes a little bit higher. Or maybe both. Maybe a little bit of both. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of start of the game lag. We always have. I thought maybe since we were backing about the toes so long, that wouldn't be a problem, but that's what you get for thinking. I like that we're getting ignition. Burning spear strikes. One thing I gotta pay attention to is you only get one spear at a time. Now there are ways, I already snuck in, I believe there's ways, at least for me to increase the number of burning spears that can be out at one time. Actually, yeah, we saw that the other day. One of the early support gems. We'll probably be getting that support gem next, to be honest. One thing I did not remember about being a new character, especially one that's unique like this, you're so broke. You don't have, like my other characters, because I've been fiddling around for so long, I've got some spare support gems. You know, when you're going by a build, you don't spend a lot of time like using up those gems and just like trying things, so you end up storing a lot of them. And so on most of my characters, I've got like whenever I'm doing something, I just go, oh, okay, let's go make another gem, because we've got 20 of them sitting in the vault. But I don't have that with this character, because she's the only one in this league. So I don't have any support gems just laying around, so I couldn't go in and like look around the skill tree without going to a website that probably has builds and things on it. And what I'm trying to do with this character is I'm trying to not let somebody else figure it out for me. Because with my ranger and my necro, my witch, I'm not saying I followed to the letter, but I definitely was like, oh, this is why I was having trouble with this character at this point in the game, because I'm not using my firewall correctly, or and I don't have the right skill slots or support gems in, you know, just any number of different things that made me realize that, you know, I should be following this build, and I don't want to do that here, because now I've played all of the classes. I have some idea of what they're all trying to do, what they're all not trying to do, stuff like that. So I wanted to try my hand at building and doing things. One of the things I do like about this game, though, and I still think it's going to hold true, is that, like, I think the way to enjoy this game the most is actually to be fluid with it. You know, to be willing to go and do like a complete rework. So you can try something when you get that skill at level 30 that makes you go, oh, I can do something completely different than I was planning. In fact, I think that's going to be really important, for especially when you're on segments of the game where you might decide, well, I need to, you know, just like you would trade your resistances for a particularly difficult boss, you don't change your attacks for content that gives you trouble. But I think that's actually, that's the real interesting thing to me about this game, Path of Exile 2, is that you've got a lot of options, right? And then you've got a lot of options for, like, if you get tired of playing your character, you don't have to stop it and re-roll a different one necessarily. You just modify the one you have. do something, you know, more in line with what you are thinking of as fun, and you can go with So I think that's really cool. I think they've done something really special with this game, because usually I think what you tend to do in a game like this is put all your efforts into one thing, and you don't fiddle around much. As a matter of fact, a lot of times I will quit a game because I'll go down a certain path, and then I'll go, I don't like this path, and then with that goes my desire to continue to play the game. Because then it's almost like I feel like I got cheated out of having a good time. This slight increased area of effect is real nice here. The plus 10 dexterity is also real nice. Dexterity, I don't think does anything inherently crazy, but it does give you some extra accuracy. It's just good stuff. There are some things that you get, especially in the Amazon trade, that really give you some bonuses for having higher accuracy. But just at a base, I don't think it's bad. Our boss needs to be we need to be throwing spears at the boss, I think. The spears do the most damage. The Ignite's really nice on this skill right here. And then my twisters are just all these silly guys. Screen fillers, as I like to think of them. Busy work. Busy work. Yeah, I want to get that to have I want to get my whirlwind to have more elemental damage. You know, I was thinking about building just like I did with other characters, like a flame wall type thing, but it turns out she already has that, so there's no reason to go over and get flame wall as a skill, because you make this little wall around you already. Why go into someone else's tree to do it? That's the other thing I think is really cool about this game, though, is that if you have something you want to do that your class doesn't do, inherently, go to somebody else's. You know, if you want to do something really heavy with lightning damage, check out what the sorceress has to offer. Maybe you have something you can kit in that makes you a special, like a hybrid class. It's kind of, honestly, it's a really elegant way to express multi-class. Because that's what everybody wants to do in D&D. They want to be a shadow ranger rogue or something, you know, like they want to blend some of those talents and skills and abilities so that they can kind of have everything. And this game just lets you do that by design, which is really cool. Come on,
What
Luna.
happened here? This shade. There is a battlefield not far from here that ran you. I'll wait here. The old magics will
The red veil, huh?
me.
This is the hanging tree. That's the hooded one. He got hung.
Wait, is that?
I'd say that he's well hung. Well and proud.
Wait, is he gonna die like that?
No, because he's actually like I don't know. He's like a god or something.
Well, why is he being up?
Because somebody did not like him. They did not like his fancy cloak and his weird, deep, spooky voice.
Your hands are red.
several years. Man. 5 in the game yet? We're 15 minutes in? Okay, 15 minutes in.
The eye of the storm.
You've got a pretty good amount of reach, like with that right click with the whirling slash attack. I like that she does the little jump beforehand and then whirls. That's nice. That's a nice way to get into combat. What? We got about an hour. And then we're going to do our movie night. Yes, I can do that. Let's go up there real fast. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I got to set up the TV. Alright, we're back. Pretty special that we didn't die while we were wandering around the house. I like it. Alright. I should have set her up when I showed her. So what we've done today, it was really stormy here in this little corner of Texas that I live in. And I had this plan to go do really cool stuff today, but it was not safe to be out in the world. I actually had a flash flood for my community. And I've never seen what that's like here, honestly. I've been in some flash floods before, it's pretty crazy. But I had never seen one here.
This place bears the wounds of war.
But we did go up for a little while because I had a mission today. I wanted to make a vegetarian lasagna. Only we decided to make it a non-vegetarian lasagna. But the spirit of the thing was to use eggplant instead of lasagna shells as a, you know, your shells in the lasagna. And they were fantastic. I had the girls help make it. Taught them a little thing or two about cooking. I've never made lasagna before. So I love lasagna. It's one of my favorite things. Like Garfield. Garfield is one of my favorite things. Lasagna, which is also one of Garfield's favorite things, is one of my favorite things. At least it has been since I was a small child. And I have never made it myself. I've eaten it plenty of times. I've never made it. So my wife had a recipe that she used to make. I think we tried it, where she used zucchini instead. I will try the eggplant for that. And it was very good. We made two lasagnas. We made the eggplant one with loads of vegetables like broccoli and carrots and stuff. And then we also made just a straight up meat and cheese one that she had pepperoni on top of. So it's like a weird pizza type thing also. So hers was traditional with the shells, meat cheese. And mine was the one that we had, which had the eggplant and the vegetables. Fantastic. It was just so good. It was everything that I hoped it would be everywhere. And the best part is leftovers. Some with me to work. So I'll have a very fancy lunch on Monday. And that helps me in two areas. First off, fancy lunch, who doesn't like that? And then second off, when you got a nice fancy lunch that's already made, means when you wake up in the morning, 5:30, like I have to eat to work on this, you don't have to spend any time making lunch. So I can just kind of stare at the wall for 5 minutes, or I can maybe sleep ever so slightly bit later, which would even be more nice. Funny I call it internal conundrum. I always wake up on time. I set an alarm just in case, because every once in a while I have that weird day where nothing's waking me up. Except me. But most of the time, I'm up sitting there going, no one, it's time to get up yet. And then I'll go to my clock and go, yeah, it's 10 minutes from now. And I'll just go ahead and get up and shower and go, okay, alright. We're awake. So most of the time I just really don't bother with the alarm. It's always on, but it never actually wakes me up. Or I should say rarely ever actually wakes me up. So I do like that she's got the blindness. I mean, it's so easy to apply to a lot of different enemies. You know, for her vulnerability and squishiness, being able to very easily give yourself a little extra bonus to not get Swiss cheesed is nice. It's really nice. Yeah, we don't have the hooded one yet. We don't even have a slot for that yet. Well, that's better than the one we have. Is that better than the one we have? Oh yeah, for sure. What about it? Oh, that's cool. That's what we're gonna end up doing. Huh. I wonder what that's gonna be like. Since I don't plan on using... Yeah, since I don't plan on using the buckler at all, spirit output, we were at 100. That reserves 88 spirit. We're not doing anything else with our spirit, so. We'll have 3 little guys running around with us. I'm cool with that. You cool with that? I think that's a good idea. You know what?
Yes?
Let's disenchant these blues as well. Because we don't have a lot of transmutation shards yet. And then we'll sell everything else.
Sorry, I was... Please. I will treasure it.
Gotcha.
Bye.
We gotta build up these resources on this account. See? No, we want that. We need to hold those. We don't have an identifier yet. And we're gonna go ahead and hold on to this too, because we're gonna get charm at a certain point. And we'd like to just be able to immediately equip it.
Over there. Bound to be runes in that pile. Return to nothing.
So I'm not expecting the minions to really do anything. Like, they're not gonna increase our clear rate or anything. They're really just gonna give us more targets for enemies to be going after. That might just mitigate some of our squishiness, because they're just gonna be drawing some fire. Especially on a screen like this, where there's a lot of them coming on actually flank, and very much damage to myself. I was giving myself flank, and we're getting a little nervous. Oh, let's continue with that. Yeah. So I'm wondering. Well, see, our buckler was not really shipping anything. Where'd our spirits go? Oh, yeah, they're speaking. Oh, they're just, no, they're fighting somewhere. There they are. We're also not using that any damage. Oh, we're also fighting on Kalakin. That guy has like weird coloration. Is he like an airbender or something? Yeah. So, elemental resistance for us. That's a cool way to do sort of fire and yin yang. The skeletons are definitely on the big L side at the moment. I think they're gonna stay that way. Yeah, it's just way better than what I have, even though it does have cold resistance. We're gonna get some more cold resistance later. It was important for us to have. Focuses. Foci. Maybe we play with focus once we get a good one. Okay. I'm glad we're trying the skeleton thing here. It may inform us as to whether or not we do actually need prestige class or whatever. Some stuff. What the heck? Stand right on you. You can't seem to hit you. It's just messed up. Alright, so we want to go back and get these attack speed nodes, or more damage. This is going to be important. This stock and weak.
Aye,
Stock
I'm hearing
and weak.
voices now, and yet the spirits stay silent.
The Huntress is very much about in and out gameplay. You come in, you smack, you back out.
The wind howls.
So any ability to sort of excessively reward you for doing the thing that they found says anyway. 30% bonus for just playing your class. That's pretty good. Could be better, you know. It was 100%. Oh yeah, we like that, but then we have a broken turn. Pretty satisfying watching the guys fall over when they got a spear stuck in them.
I've enough in my pack already.
I love that with the disengage, she does a little parting shot. Pretty cool. Whoa. Not cool, bro. Not cool. That's too much damage. We do it with one smack. You gotta cut that shit out, bro. Oh no! Let's get out of there. That's one thing you gotta remember. Whenever you are in the thick of this character, Disengage! Like about. Get out of there. Cut and run. Survive to fight another moment. So I don't like this business of getting close to this guy. It really is not cool. But I do like throwing spears at him. But once again, boss mode is definitely get in, get out, and throw some freaking spears, dude. Maybe do this and out of the way, get out of there. Yeah, there we go. And then maybe from distance we'll get some tornadoes. Get in, get out, get in, get out. No. We got smacked. Oh shoot, we got really smacked. Alright. Abandoning the get in the out plan. In favor of the first year's plan. It's really hard to see what you're doing when you got that stupid thing in your face. Skeletons are never correct.
Let your blade fall where it will. Your fight's done.
You know what? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this a regular spear throw. Left. I got like spear throw as our main attack. Disengage is still good here. Whirlwind is still good here. Explosive spear is great on Q. Spear throw will become spear stab. The point is not going to use spear stab. I just don't think so. We'll make Twister. We'll stick Twister onto E. For now. That way we can just do, and then our explosive right there. Seems like a much better way to run it. Let's get out of here. I gotta check on something real quick. Alright, everything's fine up there. I heard somebody screaming about something. Probably just that they wanted their TV channel changed. Field jam. Oh, fun stuff. For your field. Yeah, I don't think so. Although the maim is interesting. What does maiming do? Slow. It's a big slow. Okay. Lightning spear. Oh, this is our lightning charge. Projectiles will split from hitting terrain. Spear can't pierce, fork, chain, or return. Very interesting. Another ability that wants frenzy charges. Fangs of Frost. We want to do a cold damage. This is nice because then we can be doing stun type stuff, and then we're also doing cold buildup. I think I like this rake though. Inflicts bleeding on hit and deals more damage when it's further away. I like that. This could be one of the. This could be the boss ability we're looking for. So, look at that real close. Feels like a thing that's good to stick on F. Okay.
Hello.
Disenchant this. We need to save that.
I've collected these over time. Oh, I like this one. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. I can't click on things. I need to learn to click.
Here are your spikes, but I would
Can you
ask.
give me a tattoo, please? I would like a tattoo. Oh, these are spikes to put in the tree.
Must take a proper smith to forge runes like these.
Well, this does not take us back to the tree. But you know what will? This will. It should. Clearfell, the grell wood. The grell. Is there a grell in the grell wood? I would like to get a grell, but I've already got one. It's a very nice. It's a very nice. Alright, yeah, tell me what to do. Put the spikes in the tree? Okay, I'll put the spikes in the
Good.
tree.
Now the
Here's hoping I don't come to regret this.
Stab the last root spike into the tree of souls. There he is! Oh, he's alive! This entire time he's been alive in there! Just very wounded, very tired.
He's unconscious, but he's...
Alright, back where we go. Oh yeah, she's right here.
the wound.
Hey, Luna.
Only by
What's up?
tangle.
can you sing a song for me? Oh, you mean I have to go see you in the forest before you sing a song for me? Okay. I'll go see you in the forest and we'll do a song. We'll do a jam session. Did we get... We still don't... we need a belt first, don't we? Yeah, that's what we need. We only got 335 gold. That's pathetic. We really need to up our gold game. Red Veil, no, we don't need to go back there. We've been there. We've done it. We killed the bad guy. We got his t-shirt.
The eye of the storm.
Eye of the storm. Oh yeah, we changed things around, didn't we? Oh no. We gotta do E for Twister now. That's what we do. That is really satisfying. It spins around and goes all around. And I like the thing there, like, so I can disengage and explode the thing and just get the nearby enemies, or I can go, hey, I've got more stuff all around, and I want to consume that the whirlwind to make everything. It's pretty cool, and still not letting me in. I think that skill is somewhat better suited for being able to. One thing that's awkward about this build, though, is that technically I'm using a throw weapon in my left foot, and I'm not sure. Whirlwind Slash does count as a physical strike. Let's do this. Let's flip this around. Physical strike, and then what was it? Throw spear? Yeah. So we got our melee attack, which brings. We got our melee attack, which brings us in. And we got range or twister. Okay. Get us out. I wonder if I should make Whirlwind. No. Part of what we want Whirlwind Slash to do is to bring us, is to initiate, to come closer, and then do our thing. So we don't want, the reason we don't want Exploding Spear on a click is because it needs to be something that we're less likely to miss. And putting it on a letter means that we're going to not hit it as frequently on the thing as it's been doing when it's configured to left or right mouse. So the step I'm missing here is I need to go whirlwind, disengage, throw. Different you could do it the other way around just as easily. You do throw in, disengage, throw.
That's really
There'll be reasons to secretly get
the wind howls.
Can you drink with it? Yep, sure enough. Be right back. We gotta do drink. We got a drink mission.
Oh,
I got that one.
yeah, I want to try this.
Is our game not even actually even paused when we're doing this? Oh yeah, it is. Because our thingy will work for now. I do need to hook up the controller on this. What did you need, Kira? Oh, I love hugs. What are you watching? Airbender? Oh, that's a good one. I've never watched that one actually, but I know that Daphne used to. Yeah, I can't remember. I never actually watched that one. I watched Kipo, but I didn't watch the Last Kids on Earth. Rattling Scepter. We gotta speak to Renly. What are we even doing right now? We could have went to go speak to Renly again. And we were looking for the Grim Tangle, I guess? That's what we were looking for? And then Luna's gonna sing a song with us? Aha! I'm running away. Running away. Right as I keep going. You got one enemy on the screen, and we'll just throw spears at it. Till it dies. Till it dies. That's really satisfying. The exploding spear trick. Oh boy, we're almost to an hour. So, we really would like to do the table, or maybe do that. So, let's try that.
Wind Fury! Double as ace.
Look at me, I'm just gonna stick around. I don't know, guys, I'm getting pretty tired. Thursday. Movement speed boots, but they suck. Allies in your presence? No. No, don't think so. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Where are you? You're over here now? Okay.
Hello.
Disenchant. Da 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 da. We need resources.
I've collected
We
the.
need
It's
money.
beautiful.
We just need all sorts of things.
Goodbye.
We need cash. Give us cash. Yes. Hefeweizens. What are they? They're the gluteniest of beers. Probably. Glass bottle. Why would I do such a thing? Here we go, the Grim Tangle. Alright. Okay, Una. Sing your
Some
song.
strange magic's taking.
The Fey
Get
spirits.
some twerking in. Go, come on, come along, come along. Hui! Hui!
Wind Fury! Need a moment.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're standing in an acid pool of death. Forgot about that. You gotta pay attention in this zone because, yes, every enemy leaves an acid pool of death. That's right. A sucky acid pool of death. Yeah. Let's and then ranged attacks. Spear and spear. Boom. Spear and there we go. And skeletons, you suck. This is the worst idea I ever had. Oh shit, trying to gross me out. Having trouble moving through the zone. I hate these zones that are real packed in like this. Thankfully there's not a whole lot. There are enough to be kind of annoying.
The wind howls.
Oh dear, very quickly. Oh hey, we have this main ability we haven't been using. That's nice, actually. That would be a good starter. Okay, so then what do? We do in, rolling, out. This on, we definitely want that on memory.
A worthy foe.
Worthy foe. Worthy foe. Okay, so I do think F is the right place actually for that. And I will put this back and I'll put back here? Yeah, that's the one. You're not earning your keep at all. Holy. That's very difficult to kill.
Wind fury.
The worst thing about these some of these strikes
Need a moment.
We need something to make sure we disengage faster. That'll come in handy when we're doing trials, I think, too. That's one of the things I liked about the ranger is that you could vault everywhere, basically, and it made the trials like that was the easiest character I had for trials because you just don't fight anything. You just complete all the objectives. Well, you don't end up getting as much water that way, but water doesn't give you anything. It gets you some gotcha rules, basically. You like that? So many dead fools. Mushroom.
Stay dead.
Stay dead. Oh my gosh. No, no, and no. Oh.
Watch your step!
No. No. Golly, that was
I
difficult,
only
but very
hope that
satisfying.
Mary have kept clear of this rot.
I don't think I've ever been able to do that with any other class. Once my flask was down like that, in that happened in that fight there, usually it's just I'm about to die, like it's just gonna happen. But I was able to kind of cut around and just do a thing. No, it was partway because it was exactly that boss and not a different one. I don't think we want that. Support gem. Oh, cool. Let's see. What can we do with rake? Untouchable. Can we see all gems now? Explosive spear. We already stuck it with ignition. +1 to limit would be nice on that. Rake is considered physical melee strike. So when they're already bleeding, extra physical damage would increase the bleed. Enemies in life, no. Ancestrally boosted. What's that do again? Slams. Strike will target 2 additional. No. Fire infusion. Fire damage. No, we don't want to add that. Inspirations. Where's third one? Cast cost. No. Jagged ground. No, that's only on slam skills. Increased chance to inflict bleed. It already automatically inflicts bleed. Persistence would make the bleed longer. So we'd give it another 2 seconds of bleed. Make it lifesteal. 8% of the damage. I think that's a thing. Increased armor. That's nice. Because when I use it, like if we're going in, we're making ourselves vulnerable, right? And then it would give us an extra armor. The skill is active. I don't think that's a thing. Okay, so then let's look at these. Channeling a thing. No more critical hits, but extra damage? Don't think so. Cross Nexus. Nope. Nope. Higher cooldown on rank would be okay. If we can slot that into it. Hourglass. Deals 30% extra damage. Let's see. Ooh, 30% extra damage there is only... It's 3 more points. That's not really great. So that's the problem with this. That bleed is minor. It's not a big deal at all. Huh. Consuming a corpse, no. Leash. No. %30 more damage. No. Okay, let's look at our agility. Grenade, no. Poison, no. 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 Da, da, da. Add a poison to my rank? That's not going to deal a lot of damage. Poisons are like bleeds. They tick based on the amount of damage you do. Only when we call. No, I don't think so. No. This is interesting. Pursuit. So it's going to deal 4 more damage if we've done a projectile hit before using it. Nope. Nope. What do they want me to put on there? Do we have brutality already active somewhere? Scattershot and ignition. Why can't we do brutality? Oh, because we don't have enough strength. Brutality seems like that would be a good one there. Untouchable. I considered that, but no, I don't think so. I think what we're going to do is... I haven't been using Explosive Sphere very much. Whirling Slash. Goodness gracious. I guess Spear Throw is really the main thing we've been using. I don't like anything we have as a choice right now. All of our level 1 stuff kind of sucks. Yeah. Brutality is what I want. I need to get some more strength, I think. I think we can get a weapon passive here. That'll help. We'll be able to get that thing that gives us the damage bonus for jumping in and out. Kind of for doing a melee followed by a ranged followed by melee. And we're just changing up our strikes. That's really the thing. Like, I'm feeling like the way this cat class plays is it's like a combo creator. It's like an attack order, like a macro type deal, or you know, just you're going through a chain of different things that you do. It's almost like playing a fighting game.
Stick to the carrots.
It's like you're playing Tekken. There we go. We got our in out. And this is nice because this also helps both sides of that. So we probably finish this and then we either go back and get the attack speed, or we start down one of these attribute highways. And don't care about pin, vision rating. We're not going to go down the quiver route. This seems like a good one. The projectile damage is nice here. Increased movement speed would be probably good. Come into this little bit of the tree and then go down this way. I do want these two for sure. I want the melee and projectile damage next. Yeah.
Folk won't take kindly to that.
Oh, that's not Una. She just looks like Una in disguise. Wait a minute. Let's not do that.
Goodbye. I like to hold on to bits. It's beautiful. I accept. Stay safe. If you can.
How can
What's that? Yeah, I think so. Let me just sneeze, and I'm actually just finishing this video up. So we will go and watch our show, The Hobbits.
Yes?
So I don't know, it is very disheartening to me that I already am feeling like I don't want to even use my support gems. But we shall discover what the right thing to do is. Thank you very much. I'm Kurt the Streamer. Leave comments. Tell me what you think I should do with this build. And please don't just feed me somebody else's build.